Hello everyone, it's good to see you again. The time has come for the second wave of card reveals. And with it, a new deck archetype has been found that will utilize a minion called Volatile Skeleton. He is a 2-mana 2/2 with Death Rattle, deal 2 damage to a random enemy. We've seen plenty of cards like this in the past, but none quite like Volatile Skeleton, as there are many other cards centered around summoning this creature in Castle Nathria. One of these cards is the new location called Night Cloak Sanctum. It reads, freeze a minion and summon a 2/2 Volatile Skeleton. It seems Freeze Mage is getting some bodies with these not so friendly bone boys. I am looking forward to trying it out. The next card is a 4-mana mage spell called Cold Case. It reads, summon 2/2 Volatile Skeletons. Gain 4 armor. For 4 mana, you get 4/4 in stats on the board immediately, plus 4 armor. That seems pretty balanced in my book, plus the skeletons dealing 2 damage to a random enemy each seems very good, especially when paired with this next card.
KEL'THUZAD.
KEL'THUZAD, the Inevitable. An 8-mana 6/8 mage legendary that reads, Battle Cry, resurrect your volatile skeletons. Any that can't fit on the battlefield instantly explode. Now this is absolutely bonkers and can snowball really quickly. Could you imagine if they gave volatile skeletons to Priest? Resurrect Priest would be back and stronger than ever. Thankfully, it's in Mage, who still has some viable solutions for making this go crazy. For example, you could bounce this back to your hand. Combined with Bran Bronzebeard, this card will probably be a meta shaper for Mage, unless Blizzard has something even more insane up their sleeve. I really wouldn't put it past them if they do. The next card on our list is Deathborn. A 6-mana mage spell that reads, deal 2 damage to all minions. Summon a 2/2 Volatile Skeleton for each guild. As Regis Kilbin said, this spell works a lot like Rancor, where you deal 2 damage to all minions and get an effect based on how many you kill. In this case, you get Volatile Skeletons, and this card alone can give KEL'THUZAD, the Inevitable, up to 14 skeletons to summon. Well, it's actually 6, but then the remaining 13 have their death rattles immediately trigger for 26 damage randomly. If this is the case, and you play KEL'THUZAD on an empty board, your opponent in most cases will be dead. Dear Marks, I cannot wait to see what you come up with for these skeletons. 1 trillion damage maybe? For the last mage card of this wave of reveals, we have a secret. After an enemy minion attacks your hero, summon a copy of it to attack the enemy hero. It's basically eye for an eye, but for mage, this has the potential to counter lethal damage and send it straight back to your opponent, causing you both to lose the game. To quote Marks, I cannot wait to give my opponent the Ancient One. On our next stop for our tour across the Shadowlands, if you look to your left you'll see the Cathedral of Atonement. The members of the Cathedral of Atonement perform rituals of Inquisition, of Absolution, and of Judgment. The Ritual of Absolution, also called the Ritual of Extraction, requires a Venthyr robe, dagger, and tome, and is usually be performed at a reliquary where 4 souls may be absolved at a time. Anyway, enough lore, let's look at the card. It reads, give a minion +2/+1 and draw a card. On our next stop for our tour across the Shadowlands, if you look to your left you'll see the Cathedral of Atonement. The members of the Cathedral of Atonement perform rituals of Inquisition, of Absolution, and of Judgment. The Ritual of Absolution, also called the Ritual of Extraction, requires a Venthyr robe, dagger, and tome, and is usually be performed at a reliquary where 4 souls may be absolved at a time. Anyway, enough lore, let's look at the card. It reads, give a minion +2/+1 and draw a card. Let me get to the cards I missed in the last review real quick before moving to the final card of this reveal. Up first we have Primordial Wave. It reads, transform enemy minions into ones that cost 1 less and friendly minions into ones that cost 1 more. This card combines evolve and devolve into one superior card. Talk about murdering old cards, I guess it does fit the expansion theme. Up next we have Suspicious Usher. It's a 1 mana 1/3 that reads, Battle Cry, discover a legendary minion. If your opponent guesses your choice, they get a copy. I feel like this card is more on the meme side of cards we typically get during an expansion, and you can use this to troll your opponent. In Wild, I could discover Majordomo Executus. Imagine if they guessed that correctly, they'd be stuck. Who in their right mind plays Majordomo Executus besides Quest Priest? Up next we have a location card for my favorite class at the moment, Druid. It's called Hedge Maze and it allows you to trigger a friendly minion's death rattle. Wild is about to go crazy with this one. Perhaps Hadronox will become viable again with Taunt Resurrection. As for Standard, only time will tell if we get more death rattle minions for Druid to utilize. For now, it's just the Volatile Skeletons, but as of this video, Druid doesn't have any other tools that accommodate summoning more of them. Hold the fucking phone, I feel bamboozled. My hedge maze doesn't have a tinier hedge maze inside of it. Why does Regis get to have all the fun? All jokes aside, this looks like a fun card to use in Wild. If you couldn't tell by now, I'm a Wild player, but do dabble in Standard from time to time. Thank you for watching this video. I'll see you in the next card review.